Hello everyone, today we are looking at this 2025 Mazda CX-5. We're gonna check the design outside, we're gonna check interior design, and then we're gonna test drive this SUV. Looking at the design outside, not a lot has changed. So Mazda has this design since 2017. Back in 2022 they did a facelift, but I believe overall it's a great design, timeless design that it's gonna look good in 2035 as well. In the front we have the big black grille with the Mazda emblem in the middle. We have our automatic LED headlights with the LED daytime running lights. This car is painted in this deep crystal blue Mica color, which to my surprise is free of charge. If you want to go, let's say, with the red deep crystal, you're gonna have to pay $400. Looking on the side, we have these 16-inch alloy wheels. Currently this car is running these A+ A506 winter tires. These are 225 65 17. We have the turn signals embedded in the side mirrors, and it's just sleek, simple, sporty design from front, side, and the back. Looking at the back, we can see that we have our LED taillights, Mazda badge in the middle, CX-5 on the left, and Skyactive G on the right. We have, this is a GS model, so we have these power lift tailgate, which is really nice. In the trunk you have enough space. It's not leading in its category, you're gonna have more in Kia Sportage, but still you get enough space here. Underneath we have our steel spare tire, that's 145/90/16 with the jack. We have some storage on the side here. We have our 12-volt socket here, some points for the, where you can tie your net if you want to. Rear seats, they fold in 60/40 ratio. You can put them down in two ways. You can release this latch, or you can use it, you can do it by releasing it here, and as you can see they're gonna lay flat, which is really nice. Let's just put this up, and then we're gonna check the back seats. Here you have your fuel cap. This car takes unleaded regular fuel. Let me move this here. Rear doors, they open at 90 degrees, which is really nice, so you can get inside really easy. Really nice build quality inside. Nice, some contrast stitching here, some silver trim here, some storage area here for your water bottle. Okay, let's check this. This is me sitting behind my seating position. I'm 183 centimeters or 6 feet tall. I have just about enough room here for my knees. I have a lot of room for my head. We have these pockets behind passenger and the driver side. We have this armrest with 2 cup holders and some space here maybe for your phone. And here we have 2 USB-A to charge your phone, and then you have room here where you can fit your phone just about that. These seats are really comfortable, so you won't have any problem sitting here for any long journeys. We have 2 vents here, which is always nice to see. Seating 3 adults here is gonna be a problem because this middle seat is really, it's not wide, and you have a decent size hump here. But seating 2 adults, you will have no problem whatsoever. They're gonna be comfortable in here. Before we jump inside, let's check the engine. This Mazda, this GS, in this GS trim, comes with 2.5 4-cylinder engine, Skyactive G technology. It's sitting a bit lower. This engine is producing 187 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque. It's not, when it comes to the consumption, it's not the most fuel efficient. In city, it's gonna do 10.2 liter per 100 kilometers. On a highway, it's gonna go down to 8.2. In the MPGs, 23 city, 28.6 highway. It's a linear power and it's fairly quick SUV. Let's check the inside. I think that Mazda does a really great job when it comes to interior design. All the material, high quality. These seats are really comfortable, these leather seats, a lot of support. Heated passenger and driver seat. Passenger seat you're gonna have to adjust manually, where the driver's side is adjusted automatically. Decent size glove box, some silver trim here. Moving to the central console, as I said, it's really good build quality. So let's go from top to bottom. You have 10.25 touchscreen display, which is really nice. Wired Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Mazda Connect entertainment system. You can control it, as I said. It's touchscreen when in Android Auto, but when in Mazda Connect infotainment system, you're gonna have to use this knob here. When stationary, it's really easy to control this. You won't have any problems. You have some really nice looking vents with some silver trim around them. Here you have your AC controls, physical buttons, which is always really nice to see. So this car features dual zones, so one for driver on driver's side and one for the passenger, which you can sync if you want. You have some storage area here with your 12-volt socket there. This engine is paired with 6-speed automatic transmission, really smooth transmission, no problem whatsoever. That you can have it in the manual mode, where you're gonna shift with your shifter because there's no paddle shifters. You have your MI drive selector. You have normal, sport and off-road. We're gonna test that a bit later. You have your automatic brake, auto hold your controls for the infotainment system, and this knob here controls your volume up and down, or if you want to mute the music you just press it. We have two decent sized cup holders, and the central console here fairly deep. You have your 12-volt socket and two USB-C connectors, so basically you just have to connect your phone. It's gonna recognize, and then for the Android Auto you shift this knob up. For the Apple CarPlay you shift it down. I'm using Android Auto, so I'm gonna shift up, and there you have it. Really quick system, smooth, no glitches. When stationary it's touch. When you start driving, you can only control it using this knob here. You have your sun visors with some lighting there, and also you can extend it if you need some extra protection from the sun. For the sunglasses here, which is always nice to see. No sunroof, no panoramic on this model. You're gonna have to go a few trims up to see that. Looking at the steering wheel, this is a leather steering wheel that's heated, and you can control the heating here. You have on your right side, you have your buttons for the adaptive cruise control, and then on the left side you have your controls for the music, as well as if you press on this info you're gonna change what you see here. Looking at the driver's dashboard, we have 7-inch display in the middle and two analog gauges on the sides. On your left you have your RPMs, and then on your right you have your temperature and as well the fuel. Display in the middle, you can see a few things like trip A, trip B, your cruise control distance, maintenance monitor, your compass, or absolutely nothing. Regardless of whichever you choose, on the right side there you're gonna have your range till empty, and then on your left side you're gonna have your current fuel consumption. By pressing that, I don't know if the camera is gonna pick it up, but pressing this, it's gonna go from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. Overall, really nice design, really nice interior to be in. These seats are really comfortable. Wherever you touch, you're gonna find some really soft padding, so you can enjoy your long drives. Speaking about driving, let's test this Mazda CX-5. Before we do, here on the driver's side you have your controls for the side mirrors, which are fairly big and heated. You have your lock and unlock buttons, and you have your controls for your windows. They're automatic. One click all the way up, one click all the way down. Reverse camera, it does not take the whole screen, but still it's a really nice camera. Not high resolution, but you're gonna be able to see everything, and you're gonna be able to see where you're going. These guidelines are static, and this trim does not feature 360 camera, but the visibility is great in this car. And by having only this rear view camera with these big side mirrors, you will have no problem parking this car wherever you want. It's not a big car, so not having a 360 is no issue, if you ask me. Okay, let's test drive this Mazda. I've seen a lot of videos of people saying, okay, Mazda needs to do a refresher, it's outdated and whatnot. I disagree. I think that this car looks really great, has that sporty, elegant design, and it's gonna look, it looks great now, and it's gonna look great 10 years from now, 20 years from now, because it has that, in my opinion, timeless design. Same goes for the inside, the interior. It's timeless. You have everything that you need, right? You have your display, you have the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, whichever you prefer. Gauge cluster here shows you everything that you need to see. It's, again, timeless. So I think that Mazda is doing a phenomenal job, and by not changing a lot since 2017, it tells you something, right? Engine, so 2.5 liter, not the most fuel efficient, but really smooth engine, really smooth drive. The 6-speed automatic works great. Maybe if they went up to an 8-speed automatic, it would help with the fuel efficiency, but overall it drives really great. The power delivery is smooth and linear, and if you want it, it can be a really quick SUV, right? Especially if you put it in sport. You're gonna hear the engine noise, and it's gonna become more responsive, right? The acceleration is gonna be better, and overall you won't have any problem merging onto a highway, or if you need to pass a car or a truck, you won't have any issues whatsoever. We're gonna test that on the highway. There's some road noise coming, but I think it's because of these winter tires. But the drive is pretty smooth. The suspension is great. It handles these roads in Montreal pretty good. It's comfortable. It absorbs all those bumps and uneven pavement with ease. Safety features: you have your blind spot monitors, you have your rear cross traffic alert, you have your front collision detection system, which works really good. So basically you have everything that you need to feel safe when driving this car. Mazdas are known to, you also have your lane keep assist, that basically if you deviate or if you try and change the lane without giving turn signals, it's just gonna vibrate and it's gonna try and steer you back into the lane, but you can easily override that. Okay, let's put it in sport mode. You can hear the engine noise. This was not a full throttle, but it's pretty fast for an SUV. It's impressive, right? Also in the sport mode, it's gonna keep the RPMs and the gears, so gears a little bit longer and the RPMs are gonna be higher. Let's put it back in normal. adaptive cruise control that you can set using these buttons here. It's gonna control the distance with the cars in front. You can set what kind of distance you want to have between you and the car in front by using these buttons here, and it's gonna adjust accordingly, right? Really good system, nothing, you know, nothing too fancy, but it will do the job. This car in this GS trim, spec'd as is, it's gonna cost you not this one here, it's gonna cost you $39,000, okay, $39,500 plus the taxes. And if you're looking for an SUV that drives well, that has a great design, and it has that luxury feel inside, look no further. This is a great car. And I think there is a reason why Mazda didn't change a lot when it comes to this car. 6-speaker audio system, sounds really good, and really good deal. These seats are really comfortable. 6-way adjustment for the driver's side with the lumbar support as well, which is always nice to have. Steering wheel feels nice. It's not the lightest I've driven, but it's really precise and responsive. But again, Mazdas are known to build cars that are great for driving experience. Being at this red light here, what's really surprising is that this car in this trim does not have the start-stop system. You're gonna have to go a few trims up in order to have that feature. Again, I know that a lot of people are not big fan of that, so even when you have it, you just turn it off, because some of the systems are not so great in some of the cars, right? Good suspension tuning, absorbs all of these bumps and holes, so you feel comfortable when driving. And suspensions, they do all the absorbing, so your back doesn't have to. So definitely isn't one of the most spacious SUVs, but by far is one of the most fun to drive. Acceleration is good, handling is great, steering is really precise. You have enough power to get you going. This is in normal. Let's park here. No, let's and park here, and then we're gonna give the final thoughts on this 2025 Mazda CX-5. As you can see, it's really easy to back this car into a parking spot with ease. So, final thoughts. Great SUV from Mazda. So if you're looking for something that's fun to drive, looks great on the outside, and feels luxurious in the inside, look no further. I believe it for roughly 40,000 Canadian dollars, you're getting a great deal. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's gonna help me a lot for the future videos. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.